In the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Climbing up the pole just to get out the bottom. The crowd below, stay ready for the show. The pimps, the dough, don't let it take your soul. We make ballin' on the sky look easy. Look at my bitches, gangsta walking on the city. Green on the floor, money talk, can you hear me? The word is so addicting, the dreams is expensive. Keep spinning. Work hard for the talk, can't fall now. But whatever goes up must fall down. What you do when the fire out? Kiss home, can't do no but scream and shout. We got two to live, but a different route. Say the shit with shine, gotta make it count. When you live and die by the paper route, you spend it down, just make it out. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4. Hey y'all, this is my show. Y'all know I review P Valley. Y'all know y'all don't see me posting nothing, but I do review P Valley. So this season 2, episode 1 is basically showing where they are now. So the seasons begins in the pandemic, and it shows this kids party and the man sitting there looking bored to dad or whatever. And he's the same guy that plays the dad on the Shy, Darnell, whatever. You watch the Shy, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, he tells, his woman that he's gonna go outside for a little bit. So he gets in the car and he rides down the street, and then it's dead. Nobody's outside. So I guess because it's the pandemic. So he gets to a crossroad where it's a two-way street. So on one side you see Mercedes' mom's billboard for her church, and on the other side you see this girl outside flipping a sign advertising Pussyland. So y'all already know where he went. So he went over there to Pussyland, and you see Big L fine ass and Autumn, greeting them, asking them what kind of service. It's a car wash. Because during the panorama, the strippers had to resort to dancing outside, car washes and stuff like that, you know, trying to make it happen. So they had different names for the car washes depending on what dance you want. And the highest one, was Mercedes Experience Mercedes. So once he goes in, it's dark. You see women in cages. It's like an amusement park of pussy. So he's looking around. He's like, he's excited. I was excited too. I was like, ooh, what's going on? What's going to happen in here? So he's driving. And then bam, he go Uncle Clifford and all his fabulousness. And, he give a little speech or whatever. You know how he do. Say something fly. And he moves. Now you see somebody face down, ass up. It's some dancer. I don't know which one it is. I thought it was Mercedes, but it wasn't her. So she just making it clap. The next thing you know, the water come on and all the girls come out and surrounding his car. They being real raunchy. They all on top of the car. They like, oh, he getting excited. He can start rubbing himself. So, they doing the most. They brushing out their tatas and hoo-has on his windshield. He like, oof. He don't know what to do with himself. Like, I don't know. It was like I don't know. He didn't know what was going on, but then it got better. So once he got to the end, you see this little silhouette. It's my girl Mercedes. Shit, Mercedes did the damn thing. She worked that pole. She had sparks coming out her heels and everything. When it was over, Uncle Clifford knocked on the window, gave him his complimentary box of wings and some wet wipes. You look over. He done fucked up the whole dashboard and everything. He done bust everywhere. But that's how you started season 2, episode 1. That was the highlight of the show. So then once we get through that part, then everything else is like pretty much sums up what everybody's doing now. Basically, the club, in the middle of the pandemic, so they've been working outside. Mercedes pretty much been carrying everybody with the Mercedes experience. And then, Autumn, she's dwindling down out that money she stole from old boy. Well, she didn't steal it, he died. Yeah, she did steal it. He was trying to come back and get it. So she was talking to Clifford and Big L about the finances. And basically, they talking about that or whatever. Mercedes got a shoulder problem since last season. I don't know if it's from an old boy was whooping on her or what had happened, but her shoulder kind of messed up and she doing all that dancing, carrying the club and everything. And That's got to change. And on top of that, Autumn still lives with us, so we go to the house. We hear all this hooping and hollering. I'm like, Mercedes got mean ass got a man in there. Nah, she got a toy. She playing with the girl and got up. She done cut the music up loud so she can't hear and all this. She's still over the music. So I was like, oh wow, what toy she got? Cause I got a lot of them. Now nothing had me doing the most like that. So then her mom still out, doing her church thing, and they show her she's giving out food to people in their cars. You know how they was doing during the pandemic. The mayor of Chucalissa, he passed with his ballot C-19. So they show him, which leads to Andre. They went back to Atlanta. So when we go to him, I see this woman come in. She's taking out all her protective gear. I didn't recognize who she was. She had a bruise across her nose from wearing that C35, whatever that mask is, N35 mask. So she's like, putting all her stuff in the hazmat bag, everything. Then she opened her little mini fridge. She don't have nothing to drink in there. Her milk gone. So she go upstairs. Bam, that's Andre's wife. Remember, she's a nurse, so they didn't got married or whatever the case is. She's a nurse. Was he already married? I can't remember. Refresh my memory, because I can't remember right now if they were already married. So he gets the phone call. He playing video games all day. She's like, he ain't answering his phone or nothing. That's when he finds out the mayor died, which is his goddaddy. So he telling her he got to go to back to Mississippi. She look at his phone. Haley Autumn called him. She's like, "Who is that?" He just snatched the phone from him. He's so disrespectful. So he goes back to Chucalissa for the funeral. And he read in the Autumn. It's boring. That's basic. I'm not going to talk about that. And then we see Loretta Devine, which is grandma, Uncle Clifford Granny. She trying to figure out who was all at the service. She looking at it on TV. She was like, oh, the third baby mama right there. She at the house cooking. Go get me some chitlins. And he did not disappoint. He went and got the chitlins for her. This shit was crazy. This is my show. Then we see Lil Murder. He in some shack with DJ Never Scared trying to make some beats or whatever. So while they in the house, a couple of them front the house, he don't know who it is, so he don't reach to the back of his pants for his piece. And the dude's asking him out the car window, like, when you gonna drop another album? But then it was like, look like an op in the back seat. I can't remember. Remind me in the comments. Then they just drove out. So then I guess they haven't talked since murder night, and Clifford sort of been blowing up his phone, but he not responding to Clifford. So I guess eventually they'll get back together. Drink this a lot. So then we see Mississippi. Kashawn. What's her name? Kashawn. We see Mississippi. And Mississippi still with her baby daddy. But she doing her little dances from the house. She got all these 400,000 views whenever she go live. So she making her money that way, but she stuck in the house. And so she trying to find a way to, sneak out. She talked to Murder. Murder called her talking about doing shows or whatever. And she was like, nah, you owe me money for the video we did for that song. I need my stacks. So what she did, she put out her baby pampers in like the little hamper to make it seem like she out of pampers, so she can trick her baby dad into letting her go to the store. But in actuality, she wanted to go see Diamond's fine crazy ass. One Diamond work at the dollar store. He out there acting crazy, yoking people up by the neck because they don't got their mask on, doing the most. She trying to apologize. He just like, man, get out of here. He wasn't trying to hit. He was real angry out there, telling people to put masks on. He was doing a lot. He was doing a lot. So then she talked to Gidget on the phone. Gidget moved because her mom passed or whatever. So she left town. Her mom died. And then we go to, who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. It looked like, okay, the funeral of the mayor. Everybody had lime green on. Baby Clifford went to that repast and that lime green outfit he had on with the Paris's calling me. Yeah. Shoulder pads and everything on it. was slaying as usual. Now I know how Clifford do. I ain't know nobody could put a line together like that. I can't do it, but Clifford did it. So he had all this little line on. It was basically recapping everybody. Like, how did I get everybody? Kashawn, Diamond. But it looked like they're gonna be fighting for the club again because the mayor's replacement came, and then he was still talking about the casino stuff. So it looked like that stuff they're still gone. They're gonna pick up where they left out as far as that's concerned. But other than that, it was just like a where are they now episode, updating everybody. And they was talking about they needed two new dancers to place the dancers they lost, which was Gidget in Mississippi. And that was it. I loved it. I might be forgetting some, but those were the things that stood out to me. And I felt like I had to get cute and put on something sexy to do this review because this is my show. And yeah, but basically that was all. It wasn't nothing too much. I think Clifford might run for mayor. That's another thing. Because when the mayor replacement came to the repass, him and Clifford kind of bumped heads a little bit. And Clifford told him he might be running against him. So that was P Valley, season 2, episode 1. That was the things that stood out to me in the episode. I don't know why I feel like I might be forgetting some. If I did, we can talk about it in the comment section. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll be back next week with another one. And Shy is coming back also. So I definitely, y'all know I love the Shy. We'll be back with my Shy interview. Reviews. First say interview. Reviews. And that was it. And I know I'm probably forgetting. No, those are the main people. But yeah, that's what happened. But the most big part was that beginning part, driving through Pussy Land. And then they basically announced the city was going to open back up. So when we come back, the club gonna be back open hopefully, and everything gonna kick out from there. Murder want to start doing shows because the city gonna be opening back up, and that was pretty much it. So when we come back, I guess it's gonna pick up because everything gonna be open. This was just showing what they had going on during the pandemic, and it was crazy. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy this review. Subscribe to my channel if you've not already. And hit that notification button. Subscribe to me on TikTok, Fifi TV1. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Bye.